Morning, everyone. It's Sunday morning, about 10 p.m. I managed to sleep very well. You know, you never cease to learn anything. You always learn, unless you're dumb and you don't learn. But you always learn, and I like you too because you always learn something new. And some things are sometimes you need to collaborate what you're reading and you have to absorb it or you're watching, and some other times it just makes sense or it's something that's already proven. And I got a few videos that were talking about frequency, listening to audio frequency to improve your brain capacity and your spiritual energy. And I have no doubt into that. Seriously, I believe in that 100%. There's one that I downloaded, an MP3, and the guy talks. He's talking about yourself. I am a positive person. Today I will try to do positive things for other people. I will tolerate other driver on the road. I'll be kind to others. All these kinds of things. But in the background, you have this audio tone of frequency that just sinks in and makes you reach that level. And yeah, I believe in that. Yeah, I do believe. Spirituality and spiritual energy is really important. And if you lock yourself out of that, you're not going anywhere in life. I thought I fixed that yesterday. Anyway, so I need one part in my system, and it's a frequency. It's a radio frequency generators. Because I always say that you need to control frequency in order to reach a certain level. And now I know all the ingredients I need to create time travel. And as for the gravity field generators, I believe that I can use a I'm gonna break in your face, you fucking idiot. It's 50. Just what I was saying 5 seconds ago. Just respect the speed limit, you fucking idiot. Anyway, I believe that we can reach a gravity field singularity, but you don't need something immense. You don't need something truly powerful. You just need a localized one. Yeah, look at my eyes, you idiot, you hipster. You don't need a really big one. You just need something localized that creates a magnetic field, a gravity field. And one machine that does that is a hard drive. If you take a hard drive in your hand and you power it up, and then it power it up to full speed at 25,000 RPM, and then you try to turn it, you're gonna feel a resistance because those discs are spinning so fast that they create a field by themselves. And done the proper way, it could actually levitate. So I'm gonna use one of these because I have plenty of these at home. So I'll be using one of these, and I want to make using a steel rod. I want to make a magnetic field, like something around my device, like a magnetic field. So I'm gonna wind up transformator wires around this parts, and it doesn't have to be in one single pieces. It can be in multiple little pieces, as long as it's all around. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to recreate the Philadelphia experiment on a smaller scale level, which John Hutchinson didn't do. When he made his replica of the Philadelphia experiment, he was missing a lot of information. He only recreated the ship up to scale, and he only recreated the magnetic field that was around it to repulse floating mines. But he did not recreate it. What was it truly? Because if you're looking at the ship, if you can find image of close-up of the ship, you will see that the ship had these rods with this spiral antenna, and these special antenna they were made to communicate from one ship to the others and that special frequency. And what people didn't know is that those antenna played a role. They play an important role into the ship. And the reason why the ship went astray in so many places and to space and time, it's because it didn't have a proper direction. It had nothing at the helm. There was no one at the helm controlling the ship, and it wasn't isolated. That's why when Tesla was working on this ship with the others, he said we should give them the Tesla Shield, which was a little aluminum cases with a crystal quartz inside. Basically your watch, your quartz watch. Basically, your watch isolates you into time. It tells you what time it is, but that little quartz crystal, that tiny little quartz crystal inside there, protects you if you were going to use that device. So basically, what I need to control time is not something that's an instrument of measure for time. It's something that generates a perturbance into the time field you're going to create, no matter how small it is. So this is what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to take a hard drive to pieces, get the engine, get the disc together, create the gravity field I need, and then I'm going to create a magnetic field around it, and then I'm going to create an antenna system around it. That should be your basic time travel device. The question is, if that thing teleports 2 times, then I'll be able to scale it up. So voila, I got the answer. If I could make a gravity field generators that actually floats and actually generate gravity and a singularity, I would need more than the money I got. I would need way more than the money I got, because just getting the mercury will be hell. Finding liquid mercury is going to be like seriously hard. So if you're watching this and you're on Paranormalis, check if you can find me some some liquid mercury. And many other people that was following me on Paranormalis, and they were willing to help me. The reason why I needed all the radio component is because of their reliability, the heavy duty of these components. That's why I needed an old radio, because the old radio would have this frequency receiver. But the thing is, like, it's not a frequency receiver I need, it's a frequency generators I need. It's a radio frequency generators, so that when I'm going to pass that signal into the wires, I'm going to be able to play with it until I breach that frequency and time. Because it's not with light and laser you will achieve time travel, unless you have like a huge amount of power, like Doc Brown in his DeLorean. If you're playing with 120 volt DC or 12 volt 120 volt AC or 12 volt DC, then you just need the smaller scale to play with frequency. Because I say that 100 times before, there's multiple ways to time travel, and people will say, well, it's just science fiction. Well, it's not science fiction, because when you go into the quantum theory and you're going to the quantum level of things, you will see that the quarks, the atom that compose your body, are part of time, and they could be projected in time. They could be projected in time and through time. So for me, my favorite one is the portal, the gateway. Having a time travel gateway. That is my favorite idea, because it could be a fixed point in time and you could see through it instead of not knowing where you're going to head. Oh, for God's sake. When I talk to you about merging, that's exactly one of them. If you're going to merge on the highway, speed up. Not after you're in. You have to speed up when you're going in. Yes, Grandma. This job on the road starting to really get to me. But I don't have a choice. It's the job I choose. And it's something that I like. For me, it's not doing the job of fixing a chair that is hard. It's tolerating the situation on the road of driving with other idiots that can't do their job right. And I'm on the road 6 to 7 days a week. Sometimes I go on the road just for leisure, not for work. But at that time I don't relax. I'm not changing my mind. I'm not sitting through other moves or anything. It's just driving. That's why on the weekend I try to stay at home as much as I can. Today I have errands to run. I have to go do my grocery, and I have to go to work to clean up my parts because tomorrow morning I don't have time. Tomorrow morning I'm coming in, I'm getting my parts, and I'm leaving right away. I want that day to be over as fast as possible. And my co-worker at the other companies, I expect a lot of work from them. So I'm gonna have to combine both companies' work in 5 days. And December is just at our door, so that means vacation times. I'm gonna have to recheck my pay and see if I can have my 4% on vacation and save my money for the rest of the holidays. I thought I fixed this stupid washer jug. Like both my cars are full, so I have like less than a liter left. And I have to go to Costco, that's over there. So my work is over there, Costco is over there. And it's Sunday morning. How many people is going to be at Costco? Oh my god. Because they moved from Saint-Hubert, like the center of Saint-Hubert, they went to the outskirts of Saint-Hubert. That means that more people are coming now. They have a parking lot of 500 cars, and that's a shitload of people compared to the parking lot before that was 250 car. So right now I'm just gonna go to work and clean up the parts that I brought back the other day to make sure that on Monday morning, tomorrow morning, I'll be able to come in, get my parts, get the hell out, and go to work. Do as much as I can. So that's basically what I want to do in the next coming week. Build that time travel machine. I'm gonna buy a piece of wood that's quite massive, and I'm gonna try to center everything. When I made the God's device, I took a piece of wood that I actually had, and I made it on it the way I needed. And now I want to make the time travel machine, but on a bigger piece of wood. Something that's like, I have plenty of room. Because when I made the Brossard experiment, that's basically what I did. But I didn't have a Tesla coils, and I didn't have a gravity field. I only had a motor there was a motor in the center of the car, an electric motor. It was a 3-phase electric motor, and it was only spinning at 4,000 RPM. And when you move it like this, you could easily do it. You didn't have any restriction. You know that back in the day, I didn't know what was gravity field generators. But the hard drive motor actually does create a gravity field, because it does create a certain resistance when you want to spin it around. So there you know that you have a gravity field. For sure, I would love to have the fancy UFO type gravity field generators filled with mercury and the super high power things there, but we'll do that much later. If we can achieve the first step, and it's just to move a few hours in the future so I can see the lottery result and come back, then the first goal is achieved. Once you have the money to do more and you know where you're heading, you can scale up your project to a lot more. You know, it's Sunday morning and there's people working. It's like, I know that guy who's at the shop there, and I say like, why is he there? Why is he there on a Sunday morning? Don't you have a life? You have 2 sons and a wife. Can't you just stay home and like rest? It's the freaking weekend. And I'm at work. And there's nobody here today. Yay! I'm gonna be alone throwing my garbage away. So take care everyone. I hope this video captivated you.